Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today I'm gonna present to you my most complimented cheap fragrances, and I'm sitting here in another location than you're used to. I'm sitting in my balcony because it's really nice weather today. A little bit cold, but that's why I have coffee here. So I'm gonna take a sip and then we start. So, the first fragrance, and this is in no particular order at all. I'm just grabbing 5-6 fragrances that I got a lot of compliments in the couple of years, and they're really cheap as well. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Nautica Voyage. This is a really cheap and inexpensive fragrance, which I got a lot of compliments. Both from when I was out in the spring, summertime, but also it's even better now when it's been in the cold out here. But also when I do this girls reviewing fragrances, they almost always pick this as a top fragrance amongst the other fragrances that I have make them try. So even though this is really cheap, this is a really compliment getter fragrance. Most sold on Amazon, I've heard. This is a really freshy, perfect for the summer, springtime, really non-offensive, great compliments, really good. Nautica Voyage, it has aquatic notes in there, very fresh and clean as well. So I would really suggest you to buy this if you want some good cheap fragrances. The second one is a fragrance that I don't personally use that often nowadays, but it's a really compliment beast as well. This is Calvin Klein CK1 Shock, and this is a tobacco fragrance, you can call it. It's an entry tobacco fragrance. It has a very heavy apple note right in the opening, very fruity, really have this Middle Eastern type of feel to it. Pretty sweet as well, so I don't really think it's suitable for me. I think it's more for the maybe a Middle Eastern type of guy, or a person who really likes this more tobacco, more warmer, fruity type of fragrances. But it's like an entry fragrance if you are into this tobacco sense. So this is a really compliment getter, even though I don't personally so fond of it right now. But if you want to try tobacco fragrance, that's a really good first buy, I think. Another fragrance that I don't use a lot anymore, but I got a lot of compliments back in the day, is CK1, the original from Calvin Klein. Released like, I don't know, it was 50 years ago maybe, something like that. But this is a more floral type of fragrance. It is a unisex fragrance for those of you who don't know, but it's a really mass appealing fragrance as well, really popular in the late 90s, I think. So this is really mass appealing fragrance, and if you don't really know what to buy, and if you're maybe a younger crowd, I think this is a safe buy if you're a younger man or woman and just want to have a very floral, a little bit of citrus in there as well. Compliment beast. So this is CK1. Another fragrance that is my favorite summer fragrance right now in the cheapest list is this one. It's Ellis 360 Red, and it reminds me a lot of Acqua di Gio, the original from '94. But this is, I really love this fragrance. It is really citrusy in the opening, some mandarin in there, some bergamot. Really fresh and clean fragrance, really mass appealing. You have a really broad spectra. It works really good with the warmer days as well. It doesn't get too clingy and sweet when the warmer heat comes, like many fragrances do that are really little bit more sweeter. But this is really linear, clean, fresh, citrusy type of fragrance with a little mandarin notes as well as some orange, I think. Reminds me of Acqua di Gio. If you love the Acqua di Gio DNA and don't want to spend that type of cash, I would really suggest you to buy the Ellis 360 Red. Next up is this fragrance. It's from Versace, and it's called Versace Men All Fresh. This reminds me of both Nautica Voyage and Ellis. And right now I think this is pretty inexpensive in Sweden, but it fluctuates the price on this one. Sometimes it can be really expensive on like internet retailers, and sometimes the price drop really heavily. So I don't know, guys, you just have to check in the shops close to you where you live, or in the retailer shops. So this has that special starfruit note in there that I talked about, that is really intriguing. Also a compliment getter. Girls really love this as well. I've tried it in the last video with Marion when we ate chili peppers, and these three fragrances was her favorites in all the fragrances that we tested, and we had some really expensive ones in there as well, like Tom Ford and Guerlain. Maybe Guerlain is not so expensive anymore, but yeah, so it's not always about the price, but this is a really compliment getting fragrance as well, perfect for spring and summertime. This has a little bit better performance, I think, than the Nautica Voyage and the Ellis. A little bit better longevity on my skin, but they're almost like the same in that fresh and clean type of category, with a little bit of a flower note as well in this one. So that would really be great for the spring and summertime, and I would really suggest you to put this maybe in a cold place. I have been standing here on my balcony for a half an hour now, when the sun was not pointed directly at the fragrances, and this got really interesting in the scent when it was cold. So try that one if you use this on the warmer days. The last fragrance that I'm going to talk about today, I'm just going to take some sip of coffee, is this one. I don't have a cap on it. This is my to-go-to gym fragrance nowadays, and this is called Jaguar Pace. This is nothing spectacular at all. It doesn't have to be that way. This just reminds me of sports activities, fresh out of the shower, Nivea shower gel type of scent. Very masculine. Girls really like this as well. You can wear this all age groups. Really inexpensive as well. But this is mostly a sporty type of fragrance for me. I use it when I go to the gyms, playing tennis, and doing like outdoor activities, because the sillage is actually pretty good of this Jaguar Pace fragrance. But this is not a fragrance that makes you like stand out in crowd. This is just a how can I say it? It's a type of a shower gel fragrance in like that lingers around a little bit longer than your shower gel does, if that makes sense. I don't know. But if you have a shower gel and you spray this on, this is gonna make you fresh and clean. It's gonna like make you smell like you just took a shower if you meet someone. So it's the opposite of sweat, basically this one. But as I say, it's very linear, it's non-offensive, it's just fresh and clean type of scent. I would really recommend this to basically everyone, every age group. I think this is a great fragrance because it's inexpensive, it has pretty good longevity for this type of price, and also the girls really love this because this is a very masculine yet fresh and clean type of scent. So I will link all these fragrances in the description if you want to buy this type, and I've seen that all of these fragrances is mostly is the cheapest on like Fragrance X, I think. Last time I checked, they were cheapest on that site, so I'm gonna put links in the description to all of these fragrances. I think they all are on the Fragrance X page, so you can pick them up there if you want. And all these are mostly summer fragrances, but this one is more of a winter fragrance. This one I wouldn't wear in the summertime because this got really really a little bit too sweet in the warmer days, if I'm gonna be honest with you. So the other ones works perfectly in the summertime, but this one I would only use this in the winter time. So guys, that was my review, or my presentation, maybe I should say, of my most complimented sheep fragrances that I own. And thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope the weather keeps being sunny and nice here in Sweden, so we can be outside more and do more street reviews and talk to girls on the street. So hope you have a great day, guys, and take care of each other. Don't forget to wash your hands in the corona times that are ahead of us, and stay positive. See you the next video. Ciao.